Broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Phoenix, Arizona, it's time for Phoenix Business Radio, spotlighting the city's best businesses and the people who lead them.
Welcome to Life Made to Order, broadcasting live right here in the Phoenix Business Radio X studios in beautiful Tempe, Arizona. We are your hosts, Wesley Henriksen.
And I'm Trudy Kaiser with Life Made to Order Financial Phoenix. Life Made to Order is a way of life. It's a belief that each one of us has the power to orchestrate our ideal experiences in life, particularly in business and finances.
Our show will air each month and focus on local entrepreneurs that have used this philosophy to grow their businesses and be successful.
We're going to start each show sharing our own Life Made to Order moments. Wes, would you like to start?
Yeah, Susan and I would like to thank everyone for attending last night's Money 101 workshop, which teaches people, young and old, how money actually works. What is taught at this workshop is what we should have all learned about money in our teenage years. I'd like to point out that this workshop is free and there's nothing for sale. There's no name tags needed, no books for sale, no t-shirts, nothing. This workshop is purely informational. Also, we'd like to give a shout out to Lone Tree Golf Course in Chandler, Arizona for hosting an upcoming Wine, Women, and Wealth event on Thursday, August 22nd. More information will be made available on our social media platform. Trudy, how about you?
Well, I'm super excited. We have our fall series of Wine, Women, and Wealth coming up in Chandler, and that is September, October, November. I have to count that on my fingers to make sure I got the right months. But we're finishing up a book series right now called, from T. Harv Eker, called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, which is a great book. We're on Wealth File number 17 coming up next month. And then starting in September, we're going to do a series on Budgeting 101. So if any ladies out there want to know what that is, we have come up with a great little 3-month series on budgeting, and it's never been taught at our Wine, Women, and Wealth before. And I am super excited about that. So I'll have more of that, please.
Well, to start off, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Team Referral Network of Phoenix. Sponsorships opportunities are available. Please contact us at 602-418-1886. That's 602-418-1886 for more information. For our business owners and entrepreneurs out there, I have a question for you. What does your business look like? Is it where you thought it would be? Are you hearing sounds of success, or do you want to cry every night? Do you ever feel alone? Do thoughts creep into your head about wanting to give up? What can I do? I have tried everything to get a new client, and things just don't seem to work out well.
Well, if your business doesn't feel like it's where you should be, and if success doesn't look like what you thought it would, and if you're tired of thinking you're alone, then know that there is a way to grow your business that will look and sound different. Most businesses can't afford a sales team, so we believe that success happens when you allow yourself to join one. Team Referral Network is actively expanding in the Phoenix area. Go to teamreferralnetwork.com or call 858-229-8599. That's 858-229-8599 for more information.
Our guests today are Andrew Hayes. He's the executive director with Ahwatukee Foothills Chamber of Commerce, and Rochelle Poulton, owner attorney at the Arizona Credit Law Group, PLLC.
Rochelle, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Rochelle Poulton. I'm an attorney. I also own a law firm in Tempe, Arizona called the Arizona Credit Law Group. We're a consumer rights law firm, and I absolutely love what I do. I have a pretty awesome team at the Arizona Credit Law Group, and let's see, my street cred. So
I like that.
I went to law school at ASU Law, Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law. It's like ranked, I think, 26th when I graduated.
Wow.
I think it's climbed a few more steps since then. Good for them.
Yay.
And I have about 20 years of real estate experience as a mortgage loan officer, worked for a real estate broker, and I've been practicing in pretty complicated real estate law for the last 7 years or so.
Wow.
And so that's been fun, with an emphasis on distressed property real estate and currently dealing with a lot of fun mortgage issues. So
fun mortgage.
The more complicated, the more fun I feel it is.
Nice.
And let's see, I also enjoy reading. I'm a pretty avid reader. I read around about 100 books a year for fun. I know. I also read a lot just in my job because I am
in
a
your
lawyer.
spare time.
In all of that spare time I have, I read a lot. I'm currently reading the Song of Ice and Fire or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. I've read Lord of the Rings. Tolkien is great. Sorry to confuse that.
That's okay.
But the Game of Thrones one,
Okay.
whatever that's called, I'm on book 2. It's freaking amazing. It's just like the TV show.
Oh, wow.
I read a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah, me too.
Those are great. In the car
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. Are you listening to one right now?
No.
I don't know how you get all that done. I figured you would be listening to one right now, maybe in one ear while we're doing the show. Multitasking. 100 books a year. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on all your success.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Thank you for letting us know a little bit about yourself.
We're going to give Andrew a turn here. Andrew, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know if I've got the street cred she does. I was born and raised in Tempe, Arizona, so I'm an Arizona guy. Went from kindergarten to a senior college in the same city. Graduated from Arizona State University. I'm a proud Sun Devil.
There you go.
So the question is, do you like Wildcats? I have 4 children. They're ages 25 all the way down to 19. 2 have graduated from Arizona State University,
Nice.
and 2 are now still. I've got a junior and a sophomore at Arizona State University right now as well. So
It's a great school.
yeah, it is a great school. I love
Love
it,
it.
and I'm a big ASU baseball fan. So I go to about 45 to 55 games a year.
Holy moly.
So when the team goes someplace like Cal this year, I went to Cal and
Nice.
had one game rained out, unfortunately, but we were already in San Francisco. They go to Southern California, we'll go there as well. So I really love ASU baseball and really follow Coach Smith and hope that they do well this year.
Nice.
So, and
Awesome.
it's a good time to spend time with your kids. My kids will come. And I find it difficult to read 12 books a year. I try to read 1 book a month, and 100 is
Holy moly.
that.
That's like 2 a week.
Yeah, she's a hot rodder.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
a
when do you sleep?
marathoner.
Yeah, when do you sleep?
I kind of like power through about 10 books in a weekend. So that's about.
So she just
average.
reads every weekend.
Yeah.
I
Are you
know.
a speed reader?
I try not to when it's recreational.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll have to get into what books you've read in a little bit then. So, Rochelle, sorry, go ahead, Wes.
Oh, no. You go ahead.
We can do it at the same time.
Okay. Rochelle, what made you want to become an attorney?
Ooh, let's see. Becoming an attorney was a fun choice. I was already in law school. I think I was in my 2nd year when I realized I actually wanted to practice law. I was more of an academic. But after being in law school, it became obvious that I really wanted to practice law and to see what was out there. So I went to and worked for a bunch of different law firms, trying different areas out before I decided I was probably going to go out on my own. The economy was not great back in 2011 for attorneys. So I decided that me and a friend would start a practice, and we did a lot of everything. So once I was in it, I focused on consumer rights because I had a real passion for it, and it turns out I was pretty good at it.
What can you emphasize more about consumer rights?
Yeah, consumer rights is a really broad term for helping people.
Okay.
So I represent people, not companies. So I deal with a lot of credit reporting issues and debt issues. So I handle debt settlement, debt restructuring, and bankruptcy. So I handle a variety of legal problems because when people think of debt and credit, they don't necessarily think that the law is involved. But the reality is everything on a credit report is regulated by some state or federal law.
Yeah.
And usually multiple. So we deal with everything from credit reporting errors, which falls under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, to debt collection issues, which is under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And then, of course, every debt is regulated by state laws. So you've got contract law involved in a lot of that. If it's a vehicle repossession, that's the Uniform Commercial Code. If it's an eviction, that's the Landlord-Tenant Act. And the list goes on and on and on. But
I think I have smoke coming out of my ears right now at this point. There's a lot.
There's a lot to it. And kind of figuring out how it all works together to get the best result for someone in the fastest and more cost-efficient way possible.
Got it.
Makes consumer rights a lot of fun and mostly a puzzle.
Yeah, that you get to put together, right?
Yep.
Now, do you just work in the state of Arizona?
We help people all over the country.
Okay.
Most of our clients are located in Arizona.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Andrew, can you tell us what's going on at the Ahwatukee Chamber of Commerce?
Well, our goal is to bring businesses together. So we do a lot of networking. We build a lot of power groups. We just had 3 come together. They were we just had a funeral home move into Ahwatukee,
oh,
right?
Wow. Okay.
And so we got them together with a couple of attorneys, a couple of estate attorneys, and then we also got them together with some assisted living folks.
Okay.
And then the visiting angels. So we try to build little power groups so that we can network and build our business in Ahwatukee. So when we have new people come in, and we just had a junk collector come in, and we just got them in with a mover, and then we also got them in with a couple of real estate people. So
I heard through the grapevine that this might be the 25th year anniversary of Ahwatukee Chamber of Commerce.
That was a great lead-in, Trudy. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It is the 25th anniversary. So the Chamber's been around and building business in Ahwatukee for about 25 years. We have 7 members who are charter members of
Nice.
the Ahwatukee Chamber, so that's really good, and we're proud to have them for all 25 years. And this year we're actually giving away some scholarships, so we're giving back to the community. We're giving 5 $1,000 scholarships. We're giving them to high school seniors.
Nice.
Some women in business, and then we're also doing veterans or veterans families. So we're kind of concentrating on those 3.
Okay.
But we're giving 5 scholarships in total, and we think they're going to be about $1,000 a piece. We've already raised quite a bit of money.
Awesome. Good job.
That is awesome.
I know, right? It's very cool.
Rochelle, getting into law, what kind of hurdles did you personally face, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I think the biggest hurdle is, of course, being a new business owner. The law is a practice, but it is very much a business. So it's critical to build a network of people that you can talk to and refer business to for your clients, and hopefully receive referrals from as well. But being involved in networking, I think, was probably the single biggest thing that helped me in my business and grow my business, was getting to know other professionals and kind of what they did. So it's pretty awesome that you guys have been around for 25 years.
Yeah. Networking is really big for us too, and it's not just lawyers, but it's all the businesses we can kind of help. So if you've got a catering business and you're doing events, we can help put the caterers and the events people together. So networking is very big in what we do.
It's huge. And then being able to connect all those people and have them use each other in the town of Ahwatukee, or I know you're in Tempe, right, Rochelle? So it does make a big, huge difference in your business. I know our business is located in Ahwatukee, and, being involved in the Ahwatukee Chamber, it's been an amazing way for me to help grow my business and go networking and be involved in the community as well. And because I just moved here, almost 3 years ago, and it's been really, really cool. It seems like home now, it's just, and the Ahwatukee Chamber really makes you feel that way. So you guys are doing a good job.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we've started doing some mentoring too. So we have businesses that are flourishing, obviously, and we have businesses that are kind of that middle stratus that are doing well and kind of maintaining. And then we have business that struggle a little bit. So we've started kind of a business mentorship, and we've got 5 or 6 business owners that are part of that now. And so we're letting them go to the other businesses and talk to them about how they're doing advertising. Yeah. Are they using newspaper? Are they using the internet? Are they using social media? How are they advertising, and how are they gathering folks to come into their business? So the mentoring thing has really kind of taken off for us. Others
helping others. Isn't that how we all grow?
Yes, it
That's
is.
Pretty awesome.
Rochelle, is most of your business done outside of the courtroom, or in your, for example, or in your office?
Oh, that's fun. A fun question. So we handle a lot of litigation. So we end up with a lot of people that end up getting sued by debt collectors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we do a lot of litigation defense. At any given time, we're probably defending somewhere around 40 different cases.
Holy cow. I didn't realize it went to court.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
Well, I just thought people paid it off and then let it go.
Life happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of our clients, they've gone through a traumatic life event. Usually it's a divorce, or unfortunately people die, they get sick, they get cancer, they change jobs. When you go from, like for business owners specifically, you go from a 9-to-5 paycheck every 2 weeks to
nothing,
commission-based, it can be pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
A lot of people can rack up a lot of credit card debt in any of those scenarios. And it's all fun and games until the monthly minimum payments more than your mortgage.
Yeah,
so,
until you run out of what is it? Until you run out of month at the end of the money.
Yes. Yeah, and when that happens, the options for getting out of debt are limited.
Yeah.
So or at least people think they are. And sometimes it can escalate to the point where you get sued by a debt collector. So we defend a lot of those suits. We defend people in a lot of different arenas, actually, small businesses as well. But we also do offensive litigation. So Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act litigation too. Those are more rare cases. You can't just sue a debt collector because you want to.
Yeah, dang it.
But those are always fun.
Awesome. What can you give us an example of what would happen? Like how would that happen? Like if something was maybe if your identity got stolen or something, then you could sue a debt collector if they wouldn't leave you alone? Or I mean, how does that? What are some specific cases maybe that? Well, you don't have to tell the specific like their names or anything, but
I'll give you hypotheticals.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome.
So hypothetically, one thing that happens is occasionally the wrong person gets sued in a lawsuit.
Oh. Same name, different
names,
social security number.
Same name, different social security numbers, thankfully, are unique identifiers. And sometimes debt collectors just don't pay that much attention and can inadvertently report information on the wrong person's credit report, sue you,
oh, that makes
actually
sense.
Get a judgment in some cases,
wow.
And then you got to fix it. So that happens scarily at an alarming rate. How often we see an account that doesn't belong to someone that is reporting on their credit report. And then sometimes people are sued for deceased relatives' debt.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay.
also a big no-no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can see that's just a case
So they're
of
not
mixed
allowed
identity.
to do that then?
No.
Ooh. Yeah, my identity got stolen when I was about 23 years old. And I didn't find out till I was probably 32 when I went to buy my first car.
Yeah.
And the guy comes out, and they're not supposed to give you a copy of the credit report, but he goes, I feel like I need to tell you this. And he brought out this like thick report. And I had lived all over the United States, had like 2,500 parking tickets. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Oh
it took me probably 2 years to clean it up. I wish I would have known you back then. I don't know. That was a long time ago. Maybe you weren't. You were still probably in school at that point.
Thankfully, identity theft doesn't take that long to fix.
Yeah.
These
Well,
days.
that's
They have a
good.
lot of
That's
protocols
good.
in place.
I'll tell you, it took a long time to get that fixed. I thought it was never going to end, and it just went on. And I was just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And it was really hard to get anything done after that. For a long time, you had to build your credit back up. And it was crazy. Don't leave your purse while you're going in to pick up your kids from the babysitter. That's all I got to say.
Oh,
Because that's what happened.
Wow.
Got stolen. It was crazy. So, Andrew, why would a Ahwatukee business want to join the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I think there's a couple of reasons. I think, first of all, the chambers, all of our, not just Ahwatukee, but all the chambers provide information for businesses to grow their business. So like I was telling you about our mentoring program, we have a mentoring program. We also do things like ribbon cutting, so we get you noticed. We do ribbon cuttings, and we do mixers at different businesses so that we can get you noticed. But we try to bring people in so that they're aware of the business that's in Ahwatukee. And then above and beyond that, this networking thing is huge. So if we've got a guy who owns a car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
And so networking, when people want to buy a car, they come and they see the guy there and they say, hey, yeah, I'd like to buy a car from you. How does
that work?
Yeah. Can we work it out and do those kind of things? But it's all about building your business within the community and having the community kind of build itself up, because we want everybody in Ahwatukee to have a strong, vibrant business. And the way to do that is to get other business owners behind you in different ways, and then we can, everybody can prosper in Ahwatukee. We're a small community. We're about 88,000 people in total, and so we're kind of on the south side. On the north side, it's South Mountain, and on the east side, it is it's a freeway, so nobody really crosses that. And then the tribal community is on our south side. We're kind of a little triangle there, and the trick is really to nobody really wants to leave Ahwatukee.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. It's like the Great Wall of China is the I-10, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to leave Ahwatukee. They won't go a mile over the freeway. So I think there's a lot of business in Ahwatukee. Like I said, we've got about 88,000 people. There's still about 680 acres that hasn't been developed there. And so when they do that, there's going to be probably about another 12,000. So I think we'll eventually hit about 100,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And Ahwatukee is a very strong community. I mean, it's a great village to live in. And when you live in Ahwatukee and you say you're from Ahwatukee, it's got some power to it.
Yeah, it does. People always say, "Oh, where's your office?" In Ahwatukee, and they're like, "Oh." Well, and I think it'll be awesome too when that freeway opens up a little bit.
I do too.
It's coming along quite nicely, actually.
It is. So we're going to have a ribbon cutting on the freeway.
I love it.
That's coming up.
It's going to be awesome.
We're going to release the first 10 cars that go by.
That was a great idea.
Yeah. So and hopefully the governor will be there and the mayor, and we'll cut that big ribbon and we'll say, "Commerce on."
Commerce on.
And then
Go
everybody
for it.
will have some commerce there.
Yes.
But
It's a great
I think
tagline.
the freeway. I think the freeway will bring in a lot of new business. I think we'll see like our movie theaters. We'll see our restaurants, and
Okay.
we'll see a couple of businesses grow from that. I think it'll be hard to get the mom and pops like a PostNet or somebody like that who's just like a local post office. I think it'll be a little bit tougher, but the bigger businesses will definitely get the advantage of the freeway.
Is that the plan for? So I know the chamber does more than just networking and that sort of thing. You know, I remember when I first started business, everybody was like, "Get involved with the chamber, get involved with the chamber." And I thought, why the chamber? At the beginning, I just thought it was for networking and whatever. But the reality is the chamber really stands as an advocate for small businesses toward legislation, local legislation. Is that correct?
Yeah, we do that too. We do a lot of public policy. We know we have the Mayor Gallego is going to come in next month and just talk about kind of the state of the city.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do a lot of small business administration. In January, we've got the Small Business Administration coming in, and they're going to help our small businesses. And so they're going to give us kind of the simple thing is a PowerPoint presentation and kind of walk us through how we're doing. And I think it's a lot of marketing too.
Yeah.
Social media has taken off so much, and you have to rely on that to grow your business now.
It seems that way, although I don't like it that much.
I'm not sure I do either, but word of mouth does really well in
It
Ahwatukee,
does.
right? So if you've
It
got a
does.
restaurant and somebody eats in your restaurant, they tell 10 other people.
Oh,
those 10 other people
and
tell 10
they
other
post
people,
their pictures on Facebook,
and then
it-
you're packed.
It's
So,
like crazy. Yeah,
I mean, that's just the way it works.
yeah, I like it. Awesome.
Rochelle, what made you decide to get into credit law?
I love that question.
Only an attorney would say that.
A lot of things. Well, when I was in mortgage lending, I looked at a lot of credit reports. Didn't really know what I was looking at to the extent that I do now.
Yeah.
After law school, when I came out, it was a lot of people had suffered from foreclosures and short sales, and were still trying to figure out what their liability was for real estate post the crash, essentially.
Yeah.
And I got into helping them navigate through solutions from do you owe it, do you not owe it, settling it, helping them avoid foreclosures and short sales, all of it. But then they wanted to buy again. They wanted to buy homes again.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to do that, you had to have good credit. And there were a lot of credit reporting errors resulting from mortgage lending back then and these defaulted mortgages. And so that's what got me into credit, was figuring out how to help people with that and discovering the law behind credit, litigating a lot of cases regarding what the parameters were for credit reporting. I just kind of started teaching other attorneys about continuing legal education on credit and specifically distressed property situations, and then just broader topics on credit in general, because it's not something that's well understood. So in a lot of ways, getting into credit was an accident, but really my history with everything kind of made it all come together.
Oh, nice.
So we can offer pretty comprehensive solutions to credit issues rather than standard credit repair, which just disputes stuff. And that's not really a solution for everybody.
And it's very complicated as well, I think, for the consumer.
It's scary.
It's scary because you don't know if it's the right thing to do, and Google isn't always right.
There's a lot of bad
It isn't?
information.
Google
No,
isn't always
Google
right?
isn't always right.
On
I'm
the
just
internet.
saying.
Trudy, I thought it
Credit.
was.
Don't let Google know that. I'm just
Shh,
saying.
it's a secret. Don't tell us.
Shh, don't tell Google that we're here. I'm actually hoping they'll pick us up. So, Andy, you spoke a little bit about networking in Ahwatukee. What are some of the events that Ahwatukee Chamber holds each month?
Well, We do mixers every month, so you have a chance to. We just had one at 4 Points, the new Sheraton. They just redid.
Is that the morning mixer?
It was.
Awesome.
It was. Thank you for the lead-in, Judy. Yeah,
I'm helping you along.
It was a morning mixer, and it's again, it's a place where you can kind of learn about what 4 Points is all about. If you have relatives coming into town, it's a great place to go, and you can staycation at 4 Points. And
that was a great opportunity for 4 Points too.
It was
good for them to be a part of the chamber. Then, huh?
Just to kind of, and it's fortuitous that they were before the radio show as well. But we had some people connect there too. So I think we had 40, close to 40 people at the morning mixer. It was one of our largest morning mixers, and we had a couple of people connect and network there. And then we also have, we have a chance to do small 30-second kind of commercials for each one of the businesses, and so everybody gets a chance to kind of talk about who they are and what they want to do and what they want to accomplish in 30 seconds, and it works out. Then we have evening mixers. We're going to be at Raw Sushi on Wednesday.
Yes, that's tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
And Raw Sushi just got bought by Benihana, and so they were looking for a way to kind of get their reach a little larger and let everybody know that they're just not this 4-group restaurant, that they're part of Benihana, and they're larger than that. And I think it'll be a good night for us. Again, it'll be a good night for networking. It'll be a good night for...
I know we're going to have some fun games, I heard.
Kind of coming together. Thanks, Trudy. But there are a lot of things. We also have golf tournaments. We have a foundation that raises money for the scholarships coming up. So we're going to have a big scholarship night where we're honoring our 7, as I talked about earlier, our 7 charter members that are going to be there. And then we're going to give away the 5 scholarships. And so it'll give everybody a chance to kind of charge the batteries that night, and hopefully we'll have a great night that night.
What night is that? Is that in October?
It is. It's October 24th. Thanks again for the lead-in.
October
You're a very
24th.
good radio host, by the way.
Well, that'll be $20. Thank you.
It comes out of the scholarship fund, so don't do it to the kids.
I'll just give it $20. How's that?
Thank you very much.
So we'll talk more about that in a little bit. I think the other good thing to mention too about the networking is, the ribbon cutting that you mentioned earlier. There's also a lot of networking that goes on there. When I attend a ribbon cutting, I meet a lot of people at the ribbon cuttings. It's kind of cool.
And we're partners with the local newspaper. It's called the Ahwatukee Foothills News, so the AFN. So they come in and they publish pictures. So every 2 weeks on Wednesday, we have a business section, and it's totally about the chamber, and it's totally about Ahwatukee. And so we try to highlight businesses there.
Nice.
So we do, we highlight 6 or 7 businesses, and then above and beyond that, we show photos of the ribbon cuttings and the mixers, and those things are.
It's always fun.
We had a 4th of July children's parade that we did.
I saw that.
Back to the community. We had a great time there. Yep. You were our ambassador of the month, Trudy.
I was.
A little shout out to Trudy. Thank
June,
you, Trudy.
I think it was in June. I was ambassador of the month. I've yet to see that picture of myself in the paper. Hope
Trudy,
it was good.
Trudy was in the paper with it was a very kind article, I might add. So the article was good.
That was cool.
It was very nice. And we also have just to give you a little shout out, but we do have ambassadors, and what the ambassadors typically do when we get a new business is they come in and they talk to the business and kind of get them acclimated to the chamber, because it's not always that easy.
Yeah,
it's it can be like high school or college,
right?
But we we'd like everybody to get involved with everybody else. So the ambassadors are kind of that conduit to get that new business out to the other businesses. So, and you're an ambassador, so you know how that works. And then we meet and greet new people when they come to the mixers, and either the morning mixers or the ribbon cuttings or the evening mixers. So there's a lot that our ambassadors do as well. So we have quite a few programs to kind of get businesses involved in Ahwatukee and get that word of mouth going. And then we help them with social media. We post social media for other businesses all the time.
Yep, you guys do. You do a good job with that. I'll tell you, when I first moved here, I went to a few chambers. And visited. And the reason I joined the Ahwatukee, I didn't even have my office yet in Ahwatukee. I lived close to there, though, and I lived close to Tempe. And I lived close to Chance, kind of like right there. All of them were right there. And, when I visited the Ahwatukee Chamber, I felt the most comfortable. I felt the most welcomed.
Well, thank you.
And it was really, and I went home and I was like, oh my God, I want to join this chamber so bad. It's so awesome. And then I met, I think Jim Hunt at that time was a ambassador.
Yeah, sure.
And he and I had coffee, and he goes, I said, well, I'm interested in being an ambassador. And he goes, well, he goes, well, we'll see, we'll see. Let's get involved and, see how you like it. And and like 5 months later, I was an ambassador. So it was pretty cool. I mean, I kind of had second thoughts about it, but at the same time, it does require some extra time, but I'll tell you, it does get your business out there in the community. So if you're in the Ahwatukee area and you're listening, you should become an ambassador.
Well, it's
fun.
Well, it's just like anything else, right?
Yeah,
It's
it is. You gotta dedicate some time to it.
Yeah, what you put into it is what you get out of it.
Yep.
So if you're a chef and you put in all the good fixings, you're going to have a great meal.
Yep.
If you decide to throw ice cream in a bowl, then you're going to get ice cream in a bowl. And some people may like ice cream in a bowl, but
let's not talk about ice cream, shall we?
But
I love ice cream.
But it does matter. I mean, if
it does.
I think it's much better to get involved in, and you get a chance to meet more people. Then your business is obviously out there a little bit more, and you have a chance. We have so many avenues to talk and generate business in Ahwatukee, from the ambassadors to the mentors program, and we've got a board of directors that we report to. So there's just a lot of things to do and a lot of things to get involved in.
It seems like time goes by really fast too,
because
it's so much is happening. So it's good stuff.
So, Rochelle, please enlighten our audience about what is a common myth for fixing credit?
I think the most common myth that we see is that it takes forever. A lot of people just think that it takes a really long time to fix your credit, or worse, that it can't be fixed. And that's just simply not the case. Sometimes people just need advice. Credit isn't something that you're taught in school. It's not a college course, and a lot of the information on the internet just isn't very good. So fixing credit, for some people, we can just give you 3 quick tips on the phone, check on you 90 days later, and you're sitting in the 700s. I mean, it can be really fast. For other people, it's complicated. Like what we call is judgment-free zone in our office. People get there from a lot of different ways. But for someone who's got multiple judgments, a few evictions, a couple repossessions, lots of medical debt, defaulted student loans, defaulted child support, I mean, once life really crumbles in on you financially, it's going to take some time to fix it, but usually not longer than a couple of years. And sometimes it could only take a couple of months, depending on the situation. So for one of our clients, not one of our clients, but one of the most common scenarios that we'll see is someone with a crippling amount of debt, like $100,000, thinking that they're never going to get out of this situation. And once we do a legal analysis, come to find they're looking at paying a few hundred to a few hundred, maybe a few $1,000s to fix the problem, simply because of legal arguments that can be made, either because they don't owe it, or it's otherwise expired, or it was the wrong person. So whenever someone feels like it's hopeless, it's not. There's so many options. So
that's good advice. Yeah.
I like that. So it's not hopeless.
Never.
Because, I'll tell you, there's a lot of people out there that think it is. I was one of those for a long time. I thought it was hopeless, especially with getting, it took forever to build my stuff back after that. So that's good news. Great question, Wes. That was a great question. So, Andy, tell us more about this 25th anniversary thing you got going on coming up on October 24th, and what else is going on in the community. Didn't you guys just put another golf tournament on the docket?
We did. Thanks, Tom Doherty.
Thanks, Tom Doherty.
So Tom, our board of directors, as you know, I report to a board of directors. Our board of directors said, "Hey, we'd really like to have another golf tournament. Do you think you can swing that?"
Do you think you can swing that? No pun intended.
I was like, yeah.
Sure, why not?
When do you want to have it?
Next week.
Yeah. September 20th? I'm like, okay, you realize that's like a month before our actual big event? Oh yeah, but
it'll be fine. Yeah.
We're the Ahwatukee Chamber. We can do it.
Okay.
And
well,
so
there you go.
Glad
they have faith in you.
Yeah. I want to talk about something that you talked a little bit about before, but
okay.
We've got all these different people coming in, but we've got women in business, and it's a women's group who raises money for scholarships, and so we've got a group like that. Then we've got another. They're called the Ahwatukee Aces. Ahwatukee Chamber executives. They're the young aces, and they're guys under 35. So I don't want to call them millennials. We call them aces. They're young and up and coming business people. That's another group that you can join to kind of help grow your business. And then we've got this whole set of public policy. We just had Senator McSally and we had Congressman Biggs and Congressman Stanton come in, and we partnered with the Chamber of Commerce in Chandler. So I do a lot of things with Chandler and with Tempe because they're close, and we can also learn from those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
And ASU is one of our biggest supporters, Arizona State University. And so
and working together always helps everybody grow as well.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of opportunity for people to get involved in the chamber, and then there's different groups within the chamber, like this Women in Business, like the young entrepreneurs who can get together and kind of grow their businesses.
Awesome. So those are some great things going on in the community.
Yeah. And so just on the golf tournament, so it's September 20th, and it'll be we're starting at 8:00 in the morning. It's going to be at the Arizona Grand, so that'll be a good fun day of golf. It's a Friday, and then a month.
Is that raising money for the foundation as well?
It will raise money for the foundation. So we've got a lot of donations. We got a jersey from the Diamondbacks. We've got some stuff from the Arizona Cardinals. We've got a Segway that we'll be auctioning off. So right. So
a Segway.
Yeah. So a Segway. So I didn't know how to ride a Segway, but after it was donated, I learned how to ride it. So I can ride. It's now got 15 miles on it. I'm sorry to whoever buys it.
Around the office.
It's all my 15 miles.
It's used now.
It is. Well, okay. A used Segway is actually like 250 miles. So I've got.
Well, that's not bad.
I've still got a
little
ton of
time.
Yeah, I've still got a ton of parking lot kind of stuff to do and go around the parking lot. But yeah, we do quite a few different things, and we're still kind of looking for a theme for the Ahwatukee 25th anniversary.
Okay.
But, so if you have any ideas, please write to Trudy or call into Trudy or email Trudy.
What about the sponsorship of opportunities that are available for that particular event, the 25th anniversary?
There are a couple. So we're reaching out to businesses right now.
Okay.
And we've got a president sponsorship, which will sit you down with Tom Doherty, the golf guy, which will sit you with Tom, and you'll be there. And what'll happen is that your business will be on the check that's presented to the young man or woman who is getting the scholarship. So that'll help out a little bit. And then you'll have a chance to speak about your business to this group. We're expecting about 300 people.
Nice.
So you'll have a chance to speak to the group of 300 people about your business or about your community affairs. And then we've got partnerships
that are available as well.
Yeah, that again, since we're giving away 5 scholarships, the presidential scholarship, you'll have your business name on the check. The other 4 will have their business name, but they'll just be at VIP tables, and they won't be able to get up and speak and do those things. But they'll be sponsoring the kids or the man or woman who actually get the scholarships.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be an exciting night. Where's it going to be?
We're holding it at Whirlwind Golf Course. It's part of right. So the tribal community has been gracious enough to help us out there. So we're glad to have Wild Horse Pass as a partner. They're a big partner in the chamber as well. So we're glad to have them as part of the chamber. So we're looking forward to that night, and it's easy to get to. It's right off the 10. So you can go there, and like I said, we are going to close it down. So after we get to 300 people, you won't be able to register anymore.
How can they register? Go on the website? Or?
They can go on the website, www.ahwatukeechamber.com.
Fantastic.
And then there's a little, if you're interested in giving to the scholarships, there's a button to give to scholarships there. If you're interested in getting one of the scholarships, there's a button to receive this. Apply for the scholarship. Thank you. Apply is the right word.
Awesome. And and the scholarships are to refresh my memory, veterans?
Right. So they're really targeting 3 people.
Okay.
So veterans or veterans' families.
Okay.
Women in business.
Okay.
And then high school seniors.
Okay, got it.
And so we'll give away 5 scholarships in kind of those 3 scopes.
Awesome. Thank you. That's a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Busy.
Awesome.
Well, we want to give back a little bit too. I mean,
just a little.
Just a little. Yeah, you got to give back. You got to give back to your community.
Yeah.
So, Rochelle, this is kind of a loaded question for you.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Shoot.
What do you wish you would have known when you first started out in credit law?
Ooh, let's see. I wish I had known
Oh, you stumped her.
You did. It's a hard
Stumped
one.
the band.
I wish I had known what I know now. But so much of law, they call it a practice because it really is something that you engage in on a regular basis. You kind of have to constantly evolve with the law and stay on case law, stay on changes in statutes, stay on all of it. And it would have just been, I wish I had all of the knowledge I know about business and about law and about all the different types of law when I started. But that's kind of literally impossible because the only way to get there is practice.
Kind of like a doctor.
Yes.
They're constantly practicing.
Yes.
Well, and it's a little bit of trial and error too, right?
Yes.
I mean, you go down one path and you realize that it's not working there, and then you kind of change
Switch
the
it up.
course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It's the same thing with the chamber. When I do different things with different chambers and try to just get new ideas and things, and it's always good to get something fresh and something that at the Ahwatukee chamber may not be working. I can go to another chamber and find out how they're doing it there.
Right. So that's all those books you read, right? Then that's how you get to 100 books a year.
I cannot.
It's still crazy.
I want to
It
fact
just
check the 100 books.
blows me away. I'm going to need a list of those, please.
Yeah. Well, I tend to read whole anthologies at a time. So like a year ago, I read all of Sherlock Holmes by like the end of the summer. So then I had more to do. So
Wow. Then I had more to do.
You are way out of my league, by the way, on reading books. Way out of my league. I mean, it's not even close. 12 to 100 is a lot. I'm struggling with one book a month.
Yeah. I think I got 2 a month going. I mean, but that's 2 at a time. I have to read them at the same time.
They get a little confusing.
No,
overlapping.
I can keep them together. So this just came to my attention. I was thinking, I don't know if you mentioned or not, Andy, but do you have to be in Ahwatukee as a business to be a member of the Ahwatukee Chamber?
Trudy, that was a great question. Another great question. No. So we have about 15 members who are in Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
We have about another 18.
Okay.
About another 18 exactly from Tempe.
Okay.
And then we've even got 2 from Gilbert now.
Nice.
So no, you don't have to be a member of the Ahwatukee Chamber.
You don't have to be in the Ahwatukee area to be a member of the...
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. That's good to know. I'm still blown away by your 100 books a year. Just that I'm going to be like having nightmares about that. Why can't I read 100 books a year? There's tons of people that do it though. How many pages are in the book?
Major.
Do you actually go out and buy all these books?
Yes.
Oh, you do.
I also
She probably has a big,
was a
huge
kind of a
library at her
trader
house.
and got a Kindle.
20,
and I love
25 of them are Shel Silverstein and
oh yeah, I have me and my husband is also an avid reader, so we have a giant bookcase in our home that contains books that I don't know, we've probably read all of them.
Wow.
About half a dozen times. So I just kind of pick one when
And then
I'm
start
wondering
reading
what
it,
my
yeah.
next
How
one's
long
gonna
have you
be.
been doing this 100 books a year?
That's just an average. I'd say there's some years where I might read a lot more than that. Since I was a kid.
Wow,
I was
that's
an English
crazy.
major. I do have a bachelor's degree in English.
Well, that makes sense.
Facilitated a lot of reading as well.
you know, I would tell people that I read 12 a year and they'd go, "Oh my God, how
Oh
do
my
you
God.
find time to read 12?
Yeah.
Andy, what are you doing?"
What
Do you have a
and
book?
it's strictly weekends. So 100 is like, I think somebody would have a heart attack and literally fall over.
Well, I read every morning. So I get up early in the morning and I read every morning for at least 30 minutes. Like, cause I do it when I go, okay, I don't read, I listen to them. There's a big difference probably, but I kind of wander off when I read and I don't remember what I just read. So it's really hard for me to read, but I do listen. Like I'll listen to books. So when I go walking, I listen to the books. So I read 30 minutes every day and I can probably get a book done in a week.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine that'd be like, if you did that once a week, that's 52 books a year. So I still don't know. Like
Yeah.
I would have to do it. I'd have to walk an hour. Holy cow.
Do you have a book in your purse and one in your car?
I used to do that.
In the
but then it
bathroom,
was
she has one in every
distracting.
room.
I just don't arrive anywhere early anymore. So
There you go. It's right on
read
time.
between appointments.
Do you use a reader when you read, or are you still looking at books?
I still look at books. I prefer books, but I
Yeah.
do love my Kindle.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Kindle's good. The Kindle's good.
Yeah.
I can only, can I just interject here? I'm sorry, this
It's
is way
okay.
off course, but I can only do hardbacks because I can't read paperbacks because the writing is so small. As
That's
you get
why they
older.
make glasses, Andy.
Right, and so that's so that's the other question that people ask is, why are you carrying around that hardback book? Don't you
Well,
know you can have
because
a
it's got
Kindle
big
or
print in it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an old guy.
You could have like 2 words on a Kindle, like on one page if you wanted. Like that's how big it gets. I'm just saying.
I'm not there yet.
So, Andy, how do local businesses get involved in the chamber?
They can get involved by you can call the chamber office, or you can go to www.ahwatukeechamber.com.
Or you can contact one of the ambassadors.
Or you can contact one of the ambassadors, or we get a lot of people at events too. So
Yeah.
we get, when we have a morning mixer, we got, actually this last morning mixer, we got 3 new members. So they liked it.
Nice.
They thought it was good, and they had a chance to interact with some other people. They talked to them. They said, yeah, this is kind of a cool place to be. And then the one person we've already got doing women in business with us, she said, hey, I'd like to join. And we already put her on a women in business committee. And then we actually put another guy. He said, hey, I'm a golfer. Is there anything we can do? And so he's on the golf committee. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do right away once you join.
Nice. Awesome.
Get
I like
involved in your community.
it. Awesome.
Rochelle, your company, where do you see Arizona Credit Law Group in 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, we hope to be national.
Ooh.
The end goal here is to help people, as many people as possible, because we feel like there's a lot of people that could use our services and just the education. So the only way to do that is to expand our reach. And to do that, you got to be in other states. So we're currently working on that. We built our own software to help us process and automate things faster. It's proprietary to our industry because there wasn't anything. We continue to work on different projects to help educate other attorneys. I'm currently working on a textbook on consumer rights law because there isn't one and we could use one. And
Another book. It's another book.
Also working on, just creating more networking opportunities for consumer rights attorneys to get to know each other. So we're currently working with the Arizona Homeowners Coalition because they help people with HOA issues.
Nice.
We deal with a lot of HOA problems, HOA foreclosures. We also deal with a lot
It's an
of student
understatement.
loans, timeshares. So if it's obscure, we probably do it, and we probably know a lot more about it.
Now, you guys do a lot of webinars too, right?
Yeah, so we are starting we used to do a monthly seminar free workshop for the public called Happy Learning. And we're turning that into a podcast so it can be more accessible for everybody. So coming soon. Happy Learning podcast form.
Life Made to Order Financial is actually doing a webinar with Miss Rochelle on August 8th. So stay tuned for more information about that. We'll post it for you guys to listen in. So it should be a good, I think should we record? Can we record that?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Maybe we can push it out that way. Yeah,
That'd be
definitely. Awesome. Awesome. So, Andy, can you tell us what other organizations you belong to besides Ahwatukee Foothills Chamber of Commerce?
I do. I work with an HOA. Oddly enough, I work with the Mountain Park Ranch HOA and help those guys out occasionally. And I also help with pony baseball. So we do a lot of things in the community. I've got about 20 umpires that are high school baseball players.
Nice.
And we go out and help Tempe South Little League. We help those guys with umpiring, and then we have done some for Ahwatukee, and then we also do some just in Chandler and Gilbert as well. So as long as we don't have to drive too far, the kids will umpire. But it's really a positive impact on the community to have kids come and umpire, and then they understand the game more, and they learn responsibility. Yep. Umpiring is a big responsibility. So they learn responsibility, and they learn, you as an umpire, you got to grow up really quick.
Yeah.
And so, you don't want some mom yelling at you.
My God.
Little Bobby didn't swing at that one. But yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Rochelle, maybe you can tell us what organizations that you belong to.
Ooh, yes, a few.
As she gets out the list.
I am getting out a list. Yeah,
I love
so I had 12 on the list, but we'll cut it down to 10. So Tempe Chamber of Commerce is probably the one that we're most active in because we're in Tempe.
A Chamber of Commerce. How interesting.
I know. Chamber of Commerces are awesome.
Yeah.
If you're not in one as a business, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What
I'll give you my card so you can look at the Ahwatukee Chamber.
Because
of
you're
Commerce.
right next door. We should definitely look into that.
Yes.
We're also in the Southwest Valley Chamber of Commerce, WEMAR, or West Maricopa Association of Realtors. We deal with a lot of real estate issues. Most of our clients want to buy a house, so it's important for us to stay on top of the industry. And AMLA, Arizona Mortgage Lenders Association, the Arizona Association of Mortgage Professionals. And we're also in some fun groups like Gals Prepare to Succeed and in Glendale, as well as Networking for Change, which is an awesome Phoenix little group where they don't do dues. They just contribute to nonprofit organizations once a quarter, which is pretty awesome. Network Together, which is a really big organization with Robert Jones. Love that. They do a whole series of different panels, and I network. The Ahwatukee Chamber and Network Together should definitely partner up. Give me your card. I will connect you. Networking. And we're also in a few attorney networking groups like Referral Royale. And all of these groups have something different to offer because you just never know who you're going to meet. And the best part about going to any networking event are the golden nuggets of knowledge that you gain from the people you interact with. So it's important to be everywhere. And it's not just me. I have a team, mind you. I don't have
you have one here in the studio.
I was going to say you're
Stacey
operating
Williams.
not on
Stacey
24
Williams.
hours a day. You're on a different clock.
Miss Stacey Williams is here in the studio with us, and she is awesome. You might be able to steal her from Rochelle, but I doubt it very seriously. She is like Rochelle's secondhand lady. She's awesome. So we love working with Stacey as well. So we'd like to thank our guests today. And first of all, I want to let people know how to get a hold of you guys. So Andy, can you tell us how to get a hold of the Ahwatukee Chamber of Commerce, phone number, all that good stuff, if people want to find out more information about what's going on?
It's info@ahwatukeechamber.com is probably the easiest. And you're going to kill me, Trudy, but I don't know my own telephone number.
It's okay.
And I have to get my glasses
here,
on.
Hold on. I got it right here. It is 480-990-5445. And you can also go to ahwatukeechamber.com. And then I just wanted to make one last mention about this 25th anniversary and scholarship celebration. It's going to be a big, huge deal. It's in partnership with the Ahwatukee Foothills Chamber of Commerce and the Ahwatukee Foothills News. It is going to be at the Whirlwind Golf Club at Wild Horse Pass on October 24th. It's an awards and celebrations dinner. You can RSVP to the Ahwatukee Foothills Chamber of Commerce by October 10th. So you have plenty of time. And if you are a business and you did want to get involved, there are plenty of sponsorships available. There is a president's partner and a scholarship, an anniversary scholarship partner, red carpet sponsor, spotlight entertainment sponsor, sweet spot dessert sponsor. That sounds fun. Celebration toast sponsor, signature drink sponsor. There's a Lyft ride sponsor, a premier favor sponsor, and there's also additional sponsorship opportunities available. Please visit the ahwatukeechamber.com for more information about that. Rochelle, can you tell us how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, the best way to find out more about us is to go to our website at AZCLG.com, and you can always call us at 480-907-6088 and email us at credithelp@azclg.com. And this month, we're also offering a free consultation through the end of the summer, so probably through the end of August. Normally, it's only $25, but if it's free, at least the intimidation factor is out of the way. We are lawyers, but I promise we're not that scary. And
she's not scary at all. Quite fun.
We even have an office cat. Her name's Socks. Check us out on Facebook. You can read all about the adorable Socks and her shenanigans. And I think that for our upcoming event, we have this webinar happening on August 8th, but we're also, I'm teaching a class on credit repair and debt settlement at People's Mortgage on August 1st.
Nice.
From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at their Smart branch in Tempe. Lunch is included. So if you want to go to that, you can email us at credithelp@azclg.com, or you can call and we'll get you RSVP'd.
Awesome. Now, are you guys on Instagram?
Yes.
What's your handle on Instagram?
AZ Credit Law Group.
Awesome. And for Ahwatukee Chamber, is it Ahwatukee Chamber?
It is Ahwatukee Chamber.
There's several of them on there.
It is Ahwatukee_Chamber.
Okay. Ahwatukee_Chamber on Instagram. And then on Facebook, it's Ahwatukee Chamber. And on Facebook for you?
AZCLG.
All right. Awesome. Well, I think we got all that out of the way. Is there anything else you want to add?
Thanks for having us.
You're
This was
welcome.
fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Trudy.
Yeah, no problem. So I'd like to thank our guests today, Rochelle Poulton and Andrew Hayes. We would also like to thank Miss Karen Nowicki. She is the
Woo-hoo.
president and owner of Phoenix Business Radio X right here at Max 6 Conscious Workspace for this opportunity. And a special thanks to our sponsor, Team Referral Network Phoenix.
Life Made to Order Financial Phoenix specializes in educating people about money instead of telling them what to do with their finances by hosting live workshops across the country. Virtual workshops are also available multiple times a week.
Please visit lmtophxevents.com to see which workshop can fit into your schedule.
There's no risk, there is no fees, and we'll get you safe retirement done with ease.
You can also follow us on social media. Facebook is Life Made to Order Radio PHX. Instagram is LMTO_radio_PHX. If you have Podbean, our channel is Life Made to Order, and we have also added our YouTube channel to the mix. Search LMTO Radio Phoenix in YouTube.
Till next time, go out and live your life made to order.